Pittsburgh Steelers edge rusher T.J. Watt spent the night at a Pittsburgh hospital. The team released a statement saying that Watt went to the hospital after experiencing discomfort with his lung during practice on Wednesday, didn't practice today, and his status for their matchup Monday night against Miami is still up in the air. Dolphins running back Devon Achane limited in practice today with a rib injury, while Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb was a full participant. Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins limited, trying to get through concussion protocol. Packers running back Josh Jacobs missed another practice today. He is dealing with a knee injury. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson returned to workouts after sitting out yesterday. Falcons and Buccaneers start Week 15 at 8:15 Eastern Time. The Washtenaw County Prosecutor's Office said today that the matter involving Sherrone Moore remains under active investigation. He remains behind bars after being detained yesterday. The Braves and former Padres reliever Robert Suarez agreed to a 3-year deal worth $45 million. I'm Dan Beyer.
That's us.
What's up, buddies?
And it's a Thursday that I wish was a Friday, but you know what? Thursday is the new Friday, so the weekend begins.
Yeah, that's college style, man.
That's right. Woo! Just like 45 is the new 35. I'm staring down the barrel of a 35, Rich.
Whew, let me tell you.
Thursday's the new Friday, bro.
Phillip Rivers will tell you, 44 is
the new 34.
34.
It is, even though he's number 17. What's that about? So, welcome back to the show. I hope you missed us. We have lots to get to today. Old School Win 50 hits. We reminisce, we throw it back, we talk some NBA and get you ready for Thursday Night Football. But first, we rock out. Let's go. All
right.
Steve Covino, that is I. That's Rich Davis.
That is I.
We got Iowa Sam on the ones and twos.
That is I.
Hi, Sam. Danny G is our producer. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm a little sniffly.
Oh, there he is. Hi, Danny.
Oh, hi, Dan. Danny G, super producing.
Thanks,
and
buddy.
you can see the whole show and watch Danny G in the studio. He's handing us these papers we need to read. Danny G always doing big things. You can watch us, Covino and Rich FSR, on the YouTube channel. Covino and Rich FSR. In fact, that's where our bonus pod debuts today. Overpromised episode 121 with legendary music producer Jimmy Jam, who is all things Minnesota sports. He's a big sports fan, and he has a cool project going on in tribute to the 40th anniversary of We Are the World. We'll talk to him later today right here on Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. Spotty's here. Dan Byer's here. Thank you guys for being here.
What did Danny hand me here? Be sure to drink your Ovaltine.
Sure to drink your Ovaltine.
Ovaltine?
It says if you miss any of today's show, catch the podcast.
On the podcast?
Wherever you stream your podcast, Apple Podcasts, search Covino and Rich and rate it 5 stars. Anything less is uncivilized. And like we said, YouTube, watch what you hear, Covino and Rich FSR.
Yo.
And pull up the live chat, man.
I will.
Because that's a great place to chop it up and talk some smack. Nobody's safe on the live chat, but feel free to join.
Yeah, let's go, you trolls. Let's have at it. I will say this. I want to start the show by declaring something that I feel like I've always sort of felt a little bit, but after seeing his behavior over the last week.
Oh, boy. Here it comes.
Justin Herbert's just a big weenie.
Wow.
Justin Herbert, not a fan.
And Rich knows weenies.
Justin Herbert, I mean, he can make it right. I mean, my opinion, it can be easily changed. But I don't know. I just feel like he's done a few things where I'm like, you know what? The only thing cool about this dude is that he's hooking up with Madison Beer.
Well, that's very cool because she's kind of hot.
Good for him. Kind of. Super hot.
And, yeah, but how old is she? I don't want to sound like a creep.
25?
I mean, still.
30? I don't know.
So, you're right. He could make it right, like C.J. Stroud. And we'll explain, because there's been 2 incidents in the past week where you scratch your noggin and say, hey, is Herbert sort of a, what'd you call him, a weenie?
Yeah.
Is he sort of a weenie? Is he a weenus? Is he the lead singer of Weenus? Or did we just catch him at a bad moment? Is he the type of guy that turns on when the cameras are on, but off camera, he's really a weenie?
No, because on camera, he's a weenus.
So check it out. Here's what happened. There's two stories. They both tie together. It's about leaving people hanging and just being sort of a mean guy. After the Texans win, C.J. Stroud is high-fiving people in the crowd. High-fiving fans.
Hey, high five.
You know,
high five. Yo.
Let's be fair about this, though. C.J. Stroud did leave our producer Danny G hanging at the Super Bowl a few years ago. So things happen, right? Look, these guys, we gotta realize that we don't have any idea, not even close to any idea of what they deal with as far as fandom and kids and people wanting their attention and autographs. But they're no better than anyone else.
Don't give me that BS.
But that is true, dude. You don't know what it's like.
Do you know how to behave in public?
I do, but guess what I don't have? People bothering me all day long, every day, every time I step out in public. Now, Danny G, do you want to tell your story real quick about C.J. Stroud?
Well, I just introduced myself and tried to get him onto our stage during media week at Super Bowl, and he was not having it. He like blew me off, and then the next couple of guys, media guys who came up to him, he was also cold to them. So,
and you led with, "I'm a big fan," and everything.
Yeah, I just told him, I said, man, we talk about you on the show a lot, and we pick you, and we were picking him in the Texans, even though he was a rookie that year. We were picking him to go into the playoffs, and so and I didn't overdo it. I was just like, hey, man, we like you. We'd like to have you on the show, and he just blew me off.
Now, everybody has good moments and bad moments. Everybody has good days and bad days. You don't know what type of mood he was in that moment. But C.J. Stroud was seen high-fiving other fans after a win, and he left the owner of the Texans hanging. So, you know, he didn't do that. He didn't do that intentionally. There's no way in the world he left successful, legendary American businessman and owner of the Texans, Cal McNair, hanging. But you see the footage, and Cal's there waiting for C.J. Stroud to high-five him. You know, his boss, the guy that pays him, the guy that owns the team. There's no way C.J. Stroud did that on purpose.
But now,
there's no way.
Here's the thing. There's a way to make everything right and funny, right? Now, what they did was the Houston Texans put together a little funny social media video.
Their social media team is great.
Where
this is funny as
the
hell.
Texans owner, after getting dissed for the high five.
Well, he was literally
left hanging.
Yeah, he was literally left hanging with his hand up.
With his crooked finger, by the way.
And then they zoom in on him, and he's just like, the guy just walked right by me and didn't high-five me. He's the owner of the team.
And he then continues through his life holding his hand up, doing everything until he finally, like a day later, through all his trials and tribulations and meals and meeting people, anytime someone tries to touch his hands, I say, no, that's for CJ. And then he finally bumps into CJ Stroud, and they high five and bro hug. And I think it was just a funny way to address an awkward moment where CJ Stroud didn't mean it. And you know what? It also made the owner look a hell of a lot cooler and less like a weenie that got left hanging.
Completely.
So
that's a masterclass in turning dilemmas into dilemonade. They took this really awkward moment of the quarterback appearing to big time the owner.
But not.
He just missed them. And they made a funny, viral social media video out of it that made C.J. Stroud look super likable and the owner even more likable. They turned something funny out of this.
It became a charming, likable moment.
So what happened? He redeems himself. Even though he stiffed Danny G, it was a likable moment.
Wait, does this mean he's going to come back full circle with us and join the show?
We're going to have to do a reenactment of our own.
I mean, I like this video so much, I'm starting to think, man, maybe he should have dissed Danny G.
Yeah.
Seemed like a good guy.
So that's one story. And then the other story comes back to Justin Herbert, like we said.
Yeah.
First one is, we saw it. We watched it live. The Chargers win, and they kick it down to the field, and Laura Rutledge is trying to get his attention. Like, hey, we're going to you for an interview. And he's like, I'm just trying to celebrate with my team. And I totally understand that, and I get that. But as a quarterback in the league, you also have to understand that when someone of the major networks wants to interview you, you're the go-to guy. You're the quarterback. You're the spokesman for this moment. You're on television, and they caught him in a really weird, like, big-time moment. That's moment number one.
Bro, the fans and the billion-dollar deals these networks have to air the games and perpetuate you as a star player. And I saw people fighting over this the other day, back and forth. I go, he doesn't owe anyone anything. Stupid ass interview. What is he going to say? But
I mean, it's part of the
his
deal, right?
apathy. I just feel like in these moments, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I'm so adamant and strong-minded on this opinion.
You're adamant.
Little
Goody two shoes.
Goody Two Shoes, great song. I'm so adamant that all it takes is for an athlete to be a little endearing to the fans and reporters, and I feel like people notice. All he has to do is smile. I even notice when athletes address the reporter by name, he's like, hey, Laura, if he we'll call the by first name, and then at the end, he's like, if he was like, hey, Charger fan, thanks for coming out. That's what the Mets will miss with Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso would, at the end of all his little post games, would always, hey, fans, thanks for coming out. Let's effing go Mets. Thank you, guys. Like,
the Oriole fans are going to love him.
Oriole fans are in for a treat, but I just think that, so strike one.
But you know what was really significant about this moment? Again, we're talking about the Monday Night Football game. Chargers beat the Eagles.
Because it was real and in the moment, and you saw how he is.
Absolutely. You saw, no, not even that.
Real time, bro.
You saw how he really is, and then when the camera was on, even though he was sort of short in the moment, you saw him sort of, he turned it on a little bit.
He turned on his BS
you saw
answers.
It. Yeah,
he turned
saw
on,
it.
and you saw he went into his BS script of like, well, the defense did their part, and the coaching and this and that, and he's like, you done? You got the BS you need? All right. And he didn't even say thank you. Yeah.
No,
and just
Rich,
walked.
I really, even though I don't agree with the way he handled that situation, I do want to say that we have no idea what their days consist of. We cannot relate at all.
Don't act like it's tough to be kind to people.
Yeah, but dude, it's not just people. It's more people than you've ever. I mean, there's 50,000 people there who want to meet him, right?
You just win a game. You spent your whole life playing Pee-wee football to the pros. You win a Monday night game in overtime.
I have to say it, man, for fairness.
I don't give a
I have to. For fairness, man. You know what? When Rich and I have big events and conventions and there's a few hundred people there, we're overwhelmed. Imagine being a quarterback in the NFL where everybody wants a piece of your attention.
But don't tell me in the moment on Monday Night Football where you win in overtime, you can't give 20 seconds of smiles and happiness to ESPN and ABC's main reporter that's there.
I agree. To me, that's part of the gig, right? To me, like, that should be a standard understanding that the quarterback or any star player has to deal with. That's a small price to pay to live the dream, right?
Now, you might say, Rich, Covino, Danny G, this story's a couple days old. What are you talking about? Well, there's like a part 2 now because...
remember, we really didn't harp on this until we saw another clip this week. Just yesterday, another clip went viral, and I sort of saw it everywhere. And I think it's gone viral because it sort of continues that narrative of what we saw on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, and I wondered, and I told you guys this last night when we were talking about this clip, I wondered if it was people piling on because of what happened after Monday night's game.
I think it just adds that fuel to the fire, yeah.
Truthfully, if you were in court, this would just be Exhibit B. And it's obviously very clear footage of Justin Herbert sort of big time at a kid who like wanted him to sign something.
By the way, such a cute little kid, and I felt so bad for his face.
Yeah, and the dad's like, he'll take his hat off because he's wearing the opposing team's hat. He's wearing an Eagles
hat. He's wearing an Eagles hat and jersey.
He wanted a picture.
He wanted a wave. I'm sure he wanted a picture, but even if he waved at Justin Herbert, let's put it in perspective, man. I've seen a lot of people talk about this, and there's so many things I agree with. You don't have to be a fan of the Chargers as a kid especially, to want to get his attention and have the thrill. A little wave from Justin Herbert would have made that kid's, I don't want to say his life, but it would have made his whole year that Justin Herbert acknowledged him, even though he's an Eagles fan.
Well, let me give you an example of this. You guys know me now. We've done this show. You and I have been friends for decades, but we've been on Fox Sports Radio for years. You know that I'm a diehard Mets fan.
Mm-hmm.
The first player that ever gave me attention wasn't a Met. I went down on the field. I've told the story before. Not on the field. I went down, batting practice, was hanging by the opposing dugout, just, taking a look. You're a little, 8-year-old, 9-year-old kid, peeking your head around. And San Diego Padre, Bip Roberts, took the time to say, hey, kid, what's your name? Signed the baseball for me, gave me a little pat on the back, and I went back to my seat.
You're like, whoa.
Yo.
I remember having that dude's baseball card.
And I was
Whoa.
like, Bib Roberts is the coolest.
Right.
So
Like,
to me,
professional athletes hold an incredible power and almost
Come on.
duty to boost these kids. Kids idolize these athletes. We all did. So when he big times this little kid, even though he was an opposing fan, that rubbed me the wrong way. I think it rubs everybody the wrong way. And again, it was caught on camera. And he's a cute little kid, and you feel so bad for him. I hate this clip. I really do. It bothers me. But we brought up the C.J. Stroud story for a reason, because I think Justin Herbert needs to redeem himself. That's two moments too many for this guy in 1 week.
If you want to do the whole, you could catch someone on a bad day, maybe a second one. Yo, Justin Herbert, you might have one more strike with a lot of people.
Yo, or he needs to get this kid on an Instagram video stat. He needs to do something. I'm serious, because he's a young player. People want to root for him. People speak highly of Justin Herbert. I want to like Justin Herbert. I don't want to not like him, and I feel bad. I think he needs to do some good PR to fix this.
He needs to go get coffee with Laura Rutledge and then go take this kid to go see Zootopia 2 or something.
Yeah, he needs to turn this into something good.
I heard Herbert the last time he was on with our very own Colin Cowherd, and he seems cool and down to earth when he's talking with Colin.
But what's
Of course
that
he
about?
does. What do you know what it is? I'll give you one. We've had guests on our show, right? I'll give you an example. Jeremy Piven. Everyone that we talk to.
From Entourage.
I thought you meant the politician. No, people know who Jeremy Piven is, though.
Judgment Night.
From
Not everybody.
Serendipity. From what else
You're
is he
giving
from?
people way too much credit.
Jeremy Piven.
PCU.
PCU. No, you.
We're not going to protest.
Jeremy Piven, everyone's like, yo, what a D. What a jerk. I mean, how was Piven?
He definitely comes with a reputation of being a jerk.
We were like, yo, he was the nicest, coolest dude to us.
He was.
I mean, honestly.
Multiple times, by the way.
And we have nothing bad to say. In fact, I love Jeremy Piven.
Was he as nice as Jay-Z?
Nicer. Jay-Z.
Wait, what year was this,
Jay-Z
though?
refused to take a picture with us. I'll never forget that.
Like, we did an interview with Jay-Z, and Covino's like, yo, quick pick. And Jay's like, nah.
He's like, nah. And I was like, for real?
Nah, dog.
I even gave him the for real. He's like, yeah, nah.
When did you experience nice Jeremy Piven?
Like, multiple
Every
times
time.
over the last decade or so.
Every time.
Because he's had some things in his career happen where he's had, I think, to kind of reassess the situation.
Yeah. Well, here's my thought, Iowa Sam. People say, well, really, he was nice? And then I'm like, well, let's be honest. He was coming on our show to promote something he was doing. He's not going to lead with a-hole behavior to people that are giving him a platform that are being kind to him. So we would be a bad gauge. So when you say, well, Justin Herbert's really cool with Colin Cowherd, you don't say. He's kind to the most popular, sports talking head on Fox.
Well, no, because
Of course he is.
But Rich, there are some athletes where you can tell their douchery even when they're being interviewed by a media member.
Yeah, but this is a sign of one's true character. Like, how are you when the cameras are off? How do you treat people that aren't important? They always say, like, a good assessment. How do you treat the help at a restaurant? How do you treat a waiter?
I always thought it was, how do you treat Laura Rutledge?
How do you treat Laura Rutledge when the cameras are off, right? These are signs of one's character. And we saw two moments. We let it slide with the Rutledge story. With the kid, I can't. These are 2 moments in 1 week. Herbert,
I can't let it slide.
Herbert, redeem yourself.
I just want to play devil's advocate. This second clip that we're now looking at, could there be something that we don't have all the context?
If there's part 2 where he's like, just kidding, kid, come here, give me a hug.
Not that part, but he's up. It looks like he's in a suite with either family members or friends or something, and he's kind of turned around. Looks like he's busy.
Okay, so shame on all those adults.
Yeah,
because
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Hold on, I have a question.
Let's say you were Justin Herbert, right? And you're there with your friends and family. You don't have a friend or family to keep you in check and say, "Oh, hey, kid, hold on. Hey, Justin, say hi to the kid real quick. Just wave to him." Someone to make it right for the kid. These are kids, man.
Herbert is a jerk for this, and I'm not taking it back
I'm
until...
not going to say that. I'm going to say it appears jerky. There might be more.
Jerk sauce.
I'm keeping it fair. Rich is the bad guy here. I give everyone a chance. We always say 3 strikes, you're out.
Good
That's
cop,
2.
bad cop over here.
Well, you know why, Sam? Because I truly do believe, no matter how bad it looks, and it does, because I hated this clip, we don't know what it's like to be in his cleats. We just don't.
I have a question.
And we don't know what else is going on.
I don't care.
Hey, for all we know, he could have been in the middle of a really serious conversation.
Doesn't matter.
We don't know.
What could be so important that Justin Herbert could be doing that he can't take 10 seconds to be like, yo, hey, kid, what's up?
The kid's face breaks my heart, dude. It
So,
really does.
to me, Justin Herbert is a royal a-hole until he proves differently to me.
It's 2 weeks from today from Christmas. Is he going to be on the naughty list? Is he going to get coal in his stocking? He still has time to make things right.
In fact, I hope Justin Herbert, I hope the Chargers make the playoffs just so he fails miserably.
He's on the naughty
I'm
list,
a
man.
Chargers fan moving forward.
He's on the naughty list.
until the wild card round when he, doesn't show up again.
Hey, Rich, let me ask you this before we take some phone calls on it. And I'm sure you have experiences and stories and takes, guys. You're always
What
welcome.
an ass.
877-99 on Fox. We'd love to hear your feedback and thoughts on this. Again,
I'll give you 2 examples of the other side of it.
CJ Stroud made it right. He big-timed the owner by mistake, obviously. Justin Herbert needs to make this right.
He doesn't.
I think he does.
He could just be a really good football player. That's just not a really personable, cool dude. Not everyone's
What
cool,
does
man.
he need
what
to
makes
do?
someone cool? That the only reason there are cool people is because not everyone's cool. Because if everyone was cool, then how would you distinguish? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're like, yeah, he's a cool guy. I promise you, not everyone's cool.
What does he need to do to make it right? Send this kid some Christmas presents?
No,
What?
just be
Nothing?
a good human.
No, with this kid or even Laura Rutledge.
I don't know. Remember where he came from.
Okay.
I have a question.
I like.
Have
your
you guys
stance.
seen the clip where Shaq, some kid runs up to Shaq, like maybe goes under like a stanchion and hugs Shaq's leg?
Yeah, who was hugging my leg?
And there were some like guards that quickly tried to like get this kid away, and Shaq's like, no, relax.
Bring him back.
And Shaq like
Bring him
hugs the
back
kid. In that moment, I'm like, that's why Shaq is
Dude,
Shaq.
can I tell you a story
That
that
is
I've
why
told
Shaq
before?
is Shaq.
This ties in, Rich, to what you're saying.
And you know who else is a great guy? Let me just throw one more prop out there.
Sure.
He's been on our show a few times, but off the air is where he's impressed me most. I hate it that he's on a team that I don't like, but is there a better dude than Puka Nacua?
Oh, he's awesome. Why? You could root for him.
I can't. I'm a Niners fan.
Yeah.
I can't root
Nah,
for
you can root for
I can root
him.
for his
What a
personal
guy.
I can root for him, but not the Rams.
But here's the impact I'm talking about, okay? And how much it means to a kid. You
Kindness
guys
costs
remember.
nothing.
You remember what it was like to be a kid and to be acknowledged by a hero. Maybe you never had that moment, but I'm going to tell you firsthand how it felt. I've told this story before. I was on Rockefeller Center, 5th Avenue, right around there.
5th Avenue or 6th.
My
depending.
parents took me to New York City to see the Christmas tree in Rockefeller Center, New York City. And I was a little kid, maybe like 9 years old. And I couldn't believe my eyes. It was Sugar Ray Leonard. Now, this is in the 80s. No one bigger than Sugar Ray Leonard. Franklin spokesman. He was in every commercial. My family, a big boxing family. Like, this guy transcended boxing. He was all over the place. Sugar Ray Leonard was the guy. I saw him there in New York City. And he saw me looking at him like that. So he's like, this little kid is trying to get my attention. He calls me over into his entourage, put his hand around me, walking down the street like, man, you a big fan of boxing? I'm like, I am. Yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard.
And that's why Covino, till this day, brings up weak boxing matches every weekend.
Yo, but my point is, and he, no one bigger than him at that time.
So he started you saying this is the fight of the year.
Fight of the year, bro. Fight of the year. But the impact it had, how cool. I felt like I was floating down 5th Avenue
Yeah.
to be acknowledged by a guy that was so popular and famous. I had never seen a famous person, I think, ever in my life. You know, and I'll never forget it. And I got to tell him that story on our show, which is full circle. But, you know, the impact that athletes have on kids is unmeasurable.
Never forget that. That's the point. The impact they have. I'm just saying, side by side, I want you to watch.
It lasts a lifetime,
When you have
man.
a second, I want you to watch side by side interviews and tell me what athletes should do, how they should carry themselves. Fernando Mendoza after Indiana won,
That was awesome.
and then Justin Herbert after an overtime win.
Oh, that's like such a contrast. Or as you love to say to sound smart, juxtaposition. Such a contrast.
Don't make fun of me because my SAT scores are juxtaposition.
No, you say because you just learned that word 2 weeks ago.
Get the hell out of here.
So
What's up, Spotty?
Hey, Spot.
I'll offer one devil's advocate or counterpoint to this.
Yeah, because
For
we don't
Justin
know the full
Herbert
story.
specifically,
Okay.
part of the story is that his girlfriend, Madison Beer,
Ooh.
and her family, so her brother and I think her brother and her mother were at the game.
Yeah.
So when the kid was approaching, he was approaching one of the suites. So I believe it's very possible that Justin Herbert was talking with his girlfriend's family at the time. and maybe was like, hey,
Even worse.
Hey, kid, beat
even
it.
a better
Even
time.
and
worse.
after the
Thank
game,
you.
maybe he was trying to
bro.
wrap up quickly so
Even
he could
worse,
go see his girlfriend's family.
He blew
Imagine
that
you
opportunity.
Dude, imagine if you were with your girlfriend's parents and some little kid's like, Mr. Herbert, like, hey, Justin Herbert, and in front of your future in-laws, like, get out of here,
Rich
kid.
tips strangers to come up and pretend like they know who he is.
Dude, oh, you made it even better, Spot. Thank you. What's
Yeah,
up, Dan
because-
Byer?
Are we sure that he even said it? Because that doesn't
it's hard to
sound like
tell.
his language. Honestly, like it doesn't sound like Justin Herbert would use that language, especially towards a kid.
And it sounded like whoever said it was kind of saying it like everyone was sort of laughing, like, not
Yes.
with that bleeping hat on. And like everyone was like, ah, and then even the kid ran up and he was like, hey, he told me to stick it.
And he was like in mid-hug as it was happening. I think somebody else said it. Now, whether he ignored the kid, that's his own problem. But I don't know if he actually said that line to that kid.
Yeah, I didn't think that was him saying it either.
It's more fun for me to stick by I hate Justin Herbert from this point.
yeah, you
moving
can't
forward.
bail on the take now.
I can't bail on the take now. I hate Justin Herbert. I hope
You've gone too far.
I've gone too far. I hope he throws 4 interceptions
You
in a
said
playoff
too
game.
much.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat jelly beans and continue.
All right, so
Yeah,
your
where those jelly
thoughts,
beans come from?
What could he do to redeem himself? Do you hold it against him? And let's all remember that, you're a kid one time. You have such, even if you're not a Justin Herbert, you have so much influence on these kids and so much impact.
Yeah.
And you're right, Rich. If he was with his girlfriend's family, how much cooler would he have looked if he said, hey, guys, 1 second. Hey, little guy. Hey, you're an Eagles fan, huh? Well, you're a Chargers fan now. Here you go, man. Have a great. Hey, you play football? Yeah, I do. Hey, go get him, kid. How much cooler would he have looked if he did that in front of her family? So think about it.
All right. Well,
And we
you know
wouldn't have
what?
piled on. If it was a one and done story, we wouldn't have piled on. This is twice in 1 week.
And I'm in a feisty mood today.
And
so
Rich is in a feisty
You got me
mood.
on the wrong day, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, what if I was a kid and came up to you after their show and you told me to kick rocks and pound sand?
Then I would
I'll never-
expect
because I'm in a mood today.
I'll never do that to a kid, though, man. Ever.
Yeah, please.
I'm
You're talking to
I'm in jest, saying
you're talking
I'm
to
in jest
pony
here.
ball coach
No,
of
I
the
think,
year.
Rich, it could be the worst day of your life, and if I came up to you on the street, you'd still probably be nice to me.
Dude, I have to likely. Guess what? It's a sad story. Likely have to put down my dog this weekend, and I'm still in a good mood because it's not your.
It's been a
problem.
tough week.
It's not
It's been a
your
tough
problem.
week for
It's not
for
your
your
problem
household.
that I'm going through something, right?
Yep.
And by the way, I want to say hi to Leon. You know who Leon is? Leon Bip Roberts. Thank you, Bip Roberts. You made a difference. All right, we got more Covino and Rich next right here on Fox Sports Radio.
All right, quick timeout. Timeout! Holiday upgrade check. Are you still watching the games on that old, small, weak-ass TV? If you are, you're the weakest. You're only seeing about half the game. Weak.
I'll watch the Chargers lose.
Weak.
Your TV shouldn't tap out in the red zone. TCL's QM8K QD Mini LED, the real MVP. Not Justin Herbert. Ultimate brightness, ultimate black levels for the ultimate experience. Picture so clear you can almost taste the turf.
And it's not just football, not just Herbert. Big time in people. It's movies. They look cinematic. Games feel smoother. And yes, the in-laws.
They'll notice when you ignore a kid.
Yeah.
All right,
the family, the friends, everybody will notice.
Here's the play. Holiday savings on select TCLs. Go to premium savings with the QM8K. Brilliant picture, huge sound, the ultimate choice. Or the versatile QM6K for an elevated game day experience.
Don't overthink it. Lock in the ultimate experiences with epic savings and undeniable bragging rights all season long. Get it while supplies last.
TCL, official TV partner of the NFL. Find TCL at all major retailers.
TCL, bigger, brighter, better holidays. Select models, limited time. See all major retailers for details. TCL.com.
Covino and Rich.
Tom Brady was robbed. Here's a guy who really can't complain that much, but no one wants to be robbed. And the story goes like this. Some dude walks into the Lower Manhattan store, and he pulls like $10,000 worth of cards, and he brings them to the register, and his cards declined. And the kid's like, sorry, sir. I'm improvising here now. Sorry, sir, your card's declined. And he's like, nah, it's not. And the kid is like sort of, and he does some sort of like magic trick because he tricks the kid into believing like, nah, it's all good. Walks out with $10,000 worth of merchandise and memorabilia. And it got us thinking of cards that we thought would be worth something, but they're not.
Almost like what were you robbed into thinking? Like
Right.
I think back to baseball cards. I'll say this. These were the cards that I tried to mass collect because I'm like, one day, this is going to pay off.
And for the record, like Rich said, we're still big fans. Look at this one. I just got this one this week. Aaron Judge, rookie.
Yeah.
Call the judge and get some fudge.
I get it.
Donnie baseball, bro. Look at this one. Got the uniform in there. Look at that. I got your Shohei rookie in a bet.
It's cards are on a big comeback the last like 5 years. But
sure.
When we were kids, let's shout out some cards that we thought were going to be valuable, and we were, as Fonzie would say, wrong.
And we got to state the obvious. It's because a lot of these were mass produced or that player really didn't amount to what we thought.
It's one of those. It's either they never amounted to shit or they made a million copies of them.
Right.
And you could still go to some hobby shops and buy packs of 80s cards for like $5. So it's
Hobby
like
shops. I'm going to the card vault.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I'm a big Tom Brady guy.
Can we start with former New York Met, Greg Jeffries? Because I'm not the only one that thought he was a future star.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. This was a hot card. We thought he was the next Lenny Dykstra, next Nails, even better. We saw the videos of him swinging the bat underwater. Like he had cool workout techniques. I even had the scorecards, like a buttload of Greg Jeffries cards.
But that was the one.
That
That was the Topps future star. And I remember being like, yo, I'm going to mass collect these.
I remember investing a lot into Greg Jeffries and Tom Gordon, too. Flash Gordon.
Oh, well, there was a Yankee. Remember Brian Taylor?
Yeah.
That was one that I remember investing in. How about this one? A card that we all sought out. And I remember thinking like, yo, this is like when he was on Team USA. This is wild. It was in the traded set.
Yeah.
The Mark McGwire Team USA. Now, there are some like PSA rated 10s that are worth a good amount of money. But if you just have the rando one without the little emblem, like if you got just a regular traded set, it's like $15.
$15 on eBay, but this was one of the holy grails of our childhood because that was considered his rookie. His USA card, Mark McGwire, the Bash brother, no way.
Before he was an A.
Yeah, before he was an A, that was the card to get. You thought by now it'd be worth millions.
$15. Shout out to one of my childhood friends, Phil, who sold all
Phil Mabosak?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Phil convinced all our friends that we needed to really make sure we acquired as many upper deck Todd Van Poppels as possible.
Should have said acquire the McGuire, but you said Van Poppel.
The Van Poppel.
Van Poppel.
I mean, another Oakland Athletic at the time. Todd Van Poppel. He had he was a big leaguer, but there was a point where we thought Todd Van Poppel was the shit.
He had no popple. It didn't pan out the way we thought. And I think the name really stuck with us as kids and we believed in it. Get this card that we thought would be worth something, $10. $10. And again, $10 is $10.
Yeah, but Covino, it says top prospect. I'm sold.
Top prospect, upper deck. And upper deck was hot back then.
And by the way, that was my primo collecting days. 91 upper deck. That was like the primo time for me, at least.
Oh, yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s. But yeah, Todd Van Poppel. Let me throw another name at you. A guy that clearly did work out. But again, mass production. It wasn't a picture of him. It was the painting on those Don Russ Diamond Kings.
It was the Diamond Kings, yeah.
Oh my God, Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, you got to get that one.
It's a drawing
You
of
go
him.
to the card show and you're like, you got the Ken Griffey Diamond Kings? And you probably overpaid for it. Hey, yeah, kid, give me $60 for that.
Again, there's special edition ones that are worth a lot, but that one, again, is like $5.
$5. $5.
Come on.
Not worth really what you thought it would be. And I think the holy grail of what every kid of the 80s, 90s had to get their hands on was another A, because the A's were hot. Athletics were big back then, 89 champions. The Jose Canseco rated rookie. I still got it in that hard plastic with the screws on it and everything. And, of course, he's a 500 home run club power hitter, but he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
His career's a little tainted. And it's not worth what we thought.
And to be honest, like all your old cards, the chance of you having a Don Russ 86 PSA 10 is like unlikely. So like a regular one's like
$12.
$12. So.
$12. I think, I'm not even kidding you because I could picture mine. I think I paid $80 for it. I paid $80 for it in like 89 or something.
The opposite of inflation.
Yeah, so that was the 86 Jose Canseco, Donruss rated rookie, and that's cards that we thought would be worth a lot more, would be worth something by now. If you want to add to that, again, at Covino and Rich, at Fox Sports Radio. Herbert's on the naughty list. Sorry to say it. He's getting a lump of turd in his stocking based on what we're seeing. You know,
See, a guy like Joey Elmo is on our feedback is like, boo-hoo, he doesn't want to do an interview. Hey, Joey, how about this guy acts like a pro?
yeah, well, you can't do
Comes with the territory, comes with the job.
you can't do D-bag things and then say you're not a D-bag. It's like, well, you're doing D-bag things. You know, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt of saying we don't know what he's going through and maybe these are bad moments, but there's 2 in 1 week. At the same time, I don't know what it's like to be Justin Herbert, but I do know that I'll never snub a kid that's a fan.
I'm wildly,
no less.
I'm wildly shocked that anyone defends this. Like, I'm looking here. William Kreider said, "Why does Herbert have to be on for the 30 seconds of post game? That's part of the job, you Nimrod."
I think so. And in fact, it is. Like, you have to deal with press. It's part of the gig.
It's part of the job. Remember, like, athletes have to talk
It
to the
is
media?
the broadcast company that just telecast your game. So
And you know, the company that pays billions of dollars to, like I said, to partner up with the league you're in, which is, you know, in turn part of the reason why these guys are paid so much money. It's like when I don't understand how when people at iHeart or SiriusXM or any company are like, I don't want to deal with salespeople. It's like, do you mean the people that sell your show?
You mean how we generate income
Like,
and revenue? Well,
I'm saying
guess
it's
what?
part of
If
the
you
job, that's
disagree, you know, we like to chop it up and include everybody. 877-99 on Fox. We'll take your phone calls. We're talking C.J. Stroud. He redeemed himself. Justin Herbert. 2 bad stories in 1 week. We're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. And have you heard about trainer games? And you could add this to your binge list. 10 athletes go head-to-head for the chance to win an iFit trainer contract worth $250,000 streaming on Prime Video starting January 8th. Again, we're Covino and Rich. You
guys
know what,
are-
Rich? Before we go to all the feedback and all the phone calls,
Let's go to Dan Byer.
Let's see what's up.
I'm reading the feedback. Like, Esteban, you guys are soft. He owes no one anything. Really? Wow. Damn. What's up, Dan Byer?
Harsh critics you're
Jeez,
dealing
right?
with there. Absolutely. Guys, Week 15 starts tonight. It's the Falcons and Buccaneers, 8:15 Eastern Time. We expect to see Mike Evans come back from his broken clavicle.
Nice.
Different injury to talk about in the NFL. Steelers edge rusher TJ Watt actually spent the night in the hospital overnight. He was dealing with a lung issue in practice on Wednesday. The Steelers released a statement saying that he was not going to practice today, and his status for Monday's game against the Dolphins is up in the air. Dolphins running back Devon Achane limited in practice with a rib injury. Packers running back Josh Jacobs missed another workout today. He's dealing with a sore knee. Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb a full participant, while Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins limited in practice. Fired Michigan head coach Sharon Moore remains behind bars and is scheduled to appear in front of a judge tomorrow following his detainment yesterday in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The Washtenaw County Prosecutor's Office released a statement saying, quote, the matter involving Mr. Moore remains under active investigation, end quote. Every Olympic dream starts with a first glide. Through Learn to Skate USA, kids build confidence, strength, and joy on the ice. Learn to Skate USA offers programs for skaters of all ages and abilities. Find a program near you at learntosskateusa.com. Braves and former Padres reliever Robert Suarez have agreed to terms on a 3-year deal worth $45 million. Back to you, fellas.
Thank you, Dan Byer.
Thanks, Dan.
Hey, you know what? He was talking about every skate begins with that first glide.
Yeah.
Isn't it a weird thought that we all had our first throw, our first swing,
Yeah.
and there's no proof of that, no evidence, nothing.
But you know what?
But there is a first, our first shot.
A lot of
You think
well,
you made your first shot in a basket?
in this generation, though, a lot of those things are captured, right?
yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, but then they're lost in a file folder.
No, because
somewhere.
you're seeing like TikTok trends where it's like your kid, you know, it's like a kid playing t-ball and then he's playing like college baseball. And what's that trend where moms are holding
Legend
their
has it. I hit a frozen rope, my first ever swing. I was 2 years old. I don't think that.
You know what? I'm gonna roll with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But have you
yeah.
seen that trend where?
Prove me
Have
otherwise.
you seen that trend where moms are holding their kids for the last time?
What? What do you mean? Oh, like one last time because they know it's not going to happen
Well, I
again?
guess the trend is like you played Danny G. You played wiffle ball with your neighborhood friends for the last time and didn't know it.
Right. Yeah.
You rode your bike, Iowa Sam, around your Iowa neighborhood with all your little school hood friends for the last time.
I
Didn't know it.
jumped on my pogo ball one last time.
Yeah, you had one last at bat, and you didn't remember it, right?
I didn't even know it was the last one.
The joke is, moms don't realize they hold their kids for the last time and don't realize it. So all these moms are going up to like their teenage boys, like, all right, I'm going to try to hold you one last time.
One last time.
Rich,
So weird.
Rich, you were in your last musical, and you had no idea.
Yeah, me and my.
Oh, but I have footage. He was a great little orphan Annie.
Shut up. All right, let's go to Vermont. And Dave, let's go to all your phone calls. Justin Herbert, I'm being tough on him only because I know it doesn't cost anything to be kind. And the Lauren Rutledge thing, free pass. But then he's like a little rude to a kid. I'm like, Justin Herbert, you're too good of a player. Step it up, man. It's not hard to be kind.
I think the Rutledge thing is just as bad, though, because it shows that he puts on some weird fake facade.
You know what it is? You know when you see some real piece of trash woman or guy, and then I'll give you a great example. There'll be some dirtbag Guido in your hometown, and then you see him in mass on Christmas Eve, like Christmas Eve church, and everyone's like, "Oh, Johnny's a great guy." Like, he's a garbage bag. This he's a loser. But because he goes to church on Christmas Eve, he's nice.
John punches homeless people, and then you see him at church, and he's like,
Peace be with you. What a good guy. Peace be with you. I'm just saying. I'm not saying Justin Herbert's
But not
punching
with you,
people.
hobo.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is Justin Herbert was rude, and then when the camera's on, he's like, "Hey, I want to fake the defense." And this, it just showed he was fake as could be. What's up, Dave?
Hey, Dave.
Hey, what's up, guys? Rich, sorry to hear about your dog, man. That's totally brutal.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, so Justin Herbert, I'm all right with him doing that thing to the reporter. That's whatever. No one's really watching that unless you're a fan of the team that just won, I think. But the kid, you can't snub kids, man. I'm 40 years old, and I'm from Vermont. We don't have pros up here ever, like professional athletes. When I was a little kid, John LeClaire, I don't know if you know John LeClaire, but first United States-born player to score 50-plus goals 3 years in a row, absolute dog. He's like one of our guys up here. I was a little kid walking into Applebee's. He was walking out. My dad goes, "Hey, John, this is my son, Dave." He came over, "Hey, Dave," shook my hand. That dude's mitts were so big. But I'm 40 years old. My point is,
You remember it.
remember that.
You
How
remember
embarrass that, you know?
Exactly. Let's go to David in Seattle. What's up, David?
Awesome call. Thank you.
Oh, hey guys. So what I want to do, I want to offer a public apology to Donnie Mattingly. Sorry, Mr. Baseball. I called him a butthead probably about 35 years ago because he wouldn't sign a ball for me outside the Kingdome. And, I was in the wrong, and I didn't know any better. So I got to side with Justin Herbert on this one. Sometimes the timing ain't right.
No. You were a little kid? Donnie Baseball was wrong. You're a little kid outside the Kingdome, and Donnie Baseball's like, got no time, and he would go back to touching his mustache or something? You were right. Trip in Vegas. What's up, Trip?
Hey, guys, a statement and a question, and I got a quick story. The statement is, you guys go out of your – I've been around y'all in public settings. Y'all go out of your way. Y'all are handing out gift bags to all your guests. So you guys are the most generous people.
You know why, though, Trip? It's not simply because Rich and I are the greatest guys of all time. And Rich is
that's
right.
not why.
It costs nothing to be kind, but we, Justin Herbert, anybody out there in the public eye would be nothing without support and without the fans. This is who you're playing for, man.
It's like an artist on stage not thanking people for liking their music.
But guess how many people, celebrities, high-profile people, forget that or take it for granted.
That's my point. Justin Herbert.
And you guys remind yourself of that every day.
Justin Herbert, take this as a reminder. I was hard on you, but you're too good of a player. You're a young star in the league. Just be nice to everyone.
I actually believe he is a good guy. I do.
I'm sure
and
he
I
is.
believe because he's a young guy living a great life. What is he angry about? He's got everything going for him. I believe he is a good guy with great discipline, and I think we just caught two bad moments. But I think he needs to make it right because he doesn't need this bad press.
What else, Trip? Make it. We got a break, so make it snappy.
Okay. Hey, my question real quick is, Covino, for you, was that when your mother took the picture but didn't have film in the camera?
It was a great memory, man. When we met Sugar Ray Leonard for that first time, my mom had a freak out. Smile, Steven, smile. Oh, my God, Sugar Ray Leonard, smile. She followed us down Fifth Avenue, and we got home, and there was no film in the camera.
There is no film in this camera.
But we
Wayne's World style.
reenacted the photo years later when he was on my show.
I love that.
I don't know. I might go as far to say I don't know if it happened.
No,
There's no proof.
I don't know.
Covino, you could have dreamt all of that.
Super quick. Lance in Nashville, because I want to move on after the break. So, Lance, go ahead.
Boys, you guys crack me up every afternoon when I'm driving home. I just got to say thank you for that.
Thank you.
I am going to come to defense for my boy Justin. Like, let's be real. I feel like it's that scene from Mr. Deeds where, like, he saves the cats and the lady from the fire, and then all of a sudden everybody spins it because he's doing something wrong. Like, cut the guy some slack.
You know what?
He just got through 7 car accidents. And then imagine you trying to get interviewed after you get sacked 7 times. Your offense stunk. Your kicker just became the most efficient kicker in the history. And now you guys, like, it's not his place.
That's why I said.
Great point. You know,
That's
he
why I
made me
said.
think of something else, too, with that Mr. Deeds clip. Remember in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, short round's kicking that Indian kid's ass, and he saves Indiana Jones. And what does he say? Hey, short round, quit playing around with that kid. Get down here. Yeah. Meanwhile, he just saved his life.
More CNR next on FSR.
Livy Dunn's buns in the sun.
Yeah, well, I just was doing my research for the show.
Yeah, well, apparently she's in Hawaii vacationing with future Yankee, her boyfriend, Paul Skeens of the Pittsburgh
If he
Pirates.
goes to the Yankees. I mean, it wouldn't shock me. I mean, Livy Dunn bought a place in New York City, but she is a model and gymnast and all social media.
On. Not only did she buy a place in New York City, he's also been telling his teammates, that's a true story, apparently. He's been telling teammates that he wants to play in New York.
They denied that.
I mean, those are rumors, but I believe them.
Who started that rumor? Austin Wells?
Me.
Who started that rumor? Anthony Volpe?
His teammates.
Oh, no, his teammates.
He made it very clear, like, you know, this isn't the place to be. This is where superstars go to die. I want to play in New York.
Well, Livy Dunn, the headline is Toastin' Buns in the Sun on Hawaiian Vacation with Paul Skeens. And there you go. If you watch it on the YouTube, buns are out. Sun's out, buns out. And Covino and I disagree on one major thing here. When you're with your wife or girlfriend or whoever you're dating, whoever you're with, Covino's way anti-booty out.
Well, hold on. Let's make this clear. I love a nice booty. I'm saying the person I'm with. So, hey, if there's women walking around with their cheeks out, you better believe I'll be looking at them, and that's the problem. If I'm hanging out with my buddies' wives, and my buddies' wives are all walking around with their asses out, how is that appropriate when everyone's looking at each other?
I mean, it's the appropriate swimwear for 2025.
It's not appropriate. That's why you can't wear stuff like that at Disneyland.
Unless you want,
because it's not appropriate.
I mean,
just because it's in style and because young women are doing it doesn't mean that everybody should be doing it. Go to a water park. You think everybody should be dressing like that? Absolutely not.
Well,
leave some to the imagination. That's why it was a big story in the New York Post this week. Even athleisure, athletic wear has gone too far and too skimpy, where it's distracting at the gym, where women are showing lots of crevassier, a lot of crevice, a lot exposed, a lot revealed, nothing to the imagination, to the point where other women are uncomfortable. It's a national story. It's not me judging or anything like that. It's a story all over the New York Post. Men are going to see it, and men are going to like it. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm saying as a dad of a teenager, as the boyfriend of a young woman, amongst mixed company and family, that's inappropriate. What you're doing in your own time, on your own vacation, when it's just you and her, that's fine. Whatever. You want to tan your ass? Go right ahead.
Who doesn't want to tan ass?
Right.
I'm just saying.
But Rich is condoning that this is okay amongst mixed company.
Style.
That's awkward.
Style,
you think I want Danny G looking at my girlfriend's ass?
Style dictates what the cuts of bathing suits are.
Wait, I never did that.
That's what I'm saying, though. Let's say we all went away.
Avert your eyes, sir.
Yeah.
Style dictates what cuts of bathing suits are popular, right? Like men's.
Doesn't mean
men's
that other ones are
swim trunks.
non-existent.
Are you gonna let me get a word in, or are you just gonna vent about how lame you are?
You could say lame, or, I mean, how about leaving some to the imagination?
What's next,
Why do you
Rich?
need to show your wife's ass to
Nude
everybody?
beaches? Nude beaches? Is that what you want?
You sound like a voyeur to me. Like, everybody, check out my wife's ass.
I mean, what do you want? Do you want women to wear bathing suits like it's the 1920s and they're on the boardwalk like, hello, my baby, hello, my darling?
Because there's a compromise, and they still sell, like, pretty
A
revealing
sarong.
and sexy bathing suits.
If you want,
you act like you have to wear a grandma.
If you want old lady bathing suits, where are you going to find them? Walmart, Target, like women shop.
They're not old. There's compromise.
Women shop online.
How you gonna feel?
Show an ankle.
Yeah. How you gonna feel when your daughter's dressing like that? You're cool with it?
Yeah, I guess so because it's the time.
No, you're not.
Do?
You're cool with it because she's 8 years old. That's why you're cool with it.
I'm telling you, you're like going against the style. I saw a picture of your girlfriend with all her friends on a trip, and she was the only girl wearing like a full bottom bathing suit. Like
you
she
know
bought
why?
it at like.
She has class. No one wants to see your nasty ass. Nope. Not everybody should be dressing like that.
It's
too revealing. It is.
So
guys
you think
don't
you
do
think
that.
you think Libby
are
done?
guys showing bottom beanbag? Are guys doing that? Should I be doing that? I don't know. No, because it's not appropriate. Just because it's the style doesn't make it right.
Triple B, bottom
and by the way,
beanbag.
that doesn't mean I'm not staring and I'm not admiring sometimes. Of course I am. I'm a man.
But you want Libby Dunn wearing full bottom bathing suit on vacation with her?
No, because she's not my girlfriend. I don't care.
Yeah, but
So if she wants to rock that, I'm like, go for her. Good for her. I
If
don't
you
care.
were going away with some friends for a weekend, you would tell your girlfriend, like, no, don't
yeah, because
expose
I
that
know what a
butt.
pervert and creep you are.
Oh,
so
me.
why would I want my
Me.
girlfriend walking around like that in front of you? Yes, you. Yes. So why would I want that? Why would I want that? Guys are going to be guys.
Monty, your thoughts? Because Monty, you came to our anniversary party,
he's
and I
lying.
feel like
guys are going to be guys. So just because it's my girlfriend, you mean Rich isn't going to look at her? Well, think about it. I'm not saying women shouldn't be in style. I'm not saying women shouldn't wear these.
Listen to yourself.
I'm
Yeah.
saying they shouldn't wear them amongst family and friends.
Ho, ho, ho.
What'd you call me? Welcome to the show, Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Now, next hour, old school and 50 hits. We reminisce, we throw it back, and I do want to talk about number 17, Daniel Jones. No.
Number 17.
Number 17, Phillip Rivers.
I have thoughts on that, but as you play Frosty the Snowman, if you got little kids, people love the claymation Rudolph. People love the Grinch, or you know what? By far, happy birthday, Frosty's the best by far.
All right, well, we're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio, and it's time for our Tire Rack play of the day. SGA didn't need to play in yet another fourth quarter because of plays like this in the third.
Shea down the lane, blows by Williams, lays it up left-handed, lays it in. Slithering inside of the shot blocker, timeout Suns. OKC is channeling that shark-smelling blood in the water, baby.
Jeez, are they going to win 75 games?
16
Courtesy
in a row.
of WWLS Thunder Radio Network. That was your Tire Rack play of the game. Now they're going to take on the Spurs in the Cup semis. For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Free installation. They got road hazard protection. All at TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Speaking of SGA and the OKC, 24-1, the Wall Street Journal today. You know I'm a big fan. I read every day. Saying could be the greatest NBA team of all time.
Something we'll get to next hour. But look at the clock. We're running late. Old school when 50 hits.
There's a certain...
Yeah!
What we gonna do right here is go back. Back into time.
Throwing it back for a Thursday. Old school when 50 hits. At 50 after, CNR give you the time capsule topic, and we reminisce together.
Yeah! All right, so we'll set it up now, and we'll get into it next. There was a meme. Danny G, our super producer, found a viral meme, and it got us thinking. It ties into Old Man Rivers, Daniel Jones, and Phillip Rivers. Things you could no longer be doing after 40. You can see the meme. I'm holding it up here. Covino
really-
Rich FSR.
Or should no longer be doing.
Things you should no longer be doing after 40. Like, I don't know, starting quarterback at 44. But then again, Tom Brady did it successfully. So, certain things you can no longer do, Rich. What should you no longer be doing based on experience, maybe fear holding you back after 40? Like, I'll give you an easy one. Go into the club because it's an obvious one.
Yeah.
Because as Chris Rock
Yes.
famously said, never want to be the old guy at the club.
I have a weird
He's not
feeling.
that old. Just too old for the club.
I can't say I haven't in the last few years, but I almost feel weird going to any adult gentleman's club after 40 because you realize the girls are like half your age and you feel sort of creepy about it.
Oh, you
So
know?
start your list.
Good
What
one.
are things you can't do after 40? We'll get to that plus more NFL and some NBA coming up.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I like point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. I take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct. 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event
You
during a
can't.
big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
The Washtenaw County Prosecutor's Office in Michigan released a statement today around the status of fired Michigan head football coach Sharon Moore, saying, quote, the matter involving Mr. Moore remains under active investigation, end quote. Moore remains in police custody following his detainment yesterday in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The LA Times reports USC may need to move their home football games in 2028 to SoFi Stadium as the Coliseum may not be ready following the 2028 Olympics. Steelers edge rusher DJ Watt may miss Monday's game against the Dolphins. He was hospitalized overnight. The team says that Watt was dealing with a lung issue in practice on Wednesday and did not practice today. Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, a full participant today. No practice for Packers running back Josh Jacobs. The Braves signed former Padres reliever Robert Suarez to a 3-year deal, and Warriors guard Steph Curry on track to return tomorrow from a quad injury that cost him the last 5 games. I'm Dan Byer.
Welcome back to the show, man. The Showgram program. Welcome to our professional gram. We're streaming live, Covino and Rich FSR, and I'm super pumped because right after this show, an hour from now, we have a bonus podcast called Overpromised because Rich Davis overpromises things we never get to.
It's true.
We only have 2 hours, which is why I love filling in for Dan Patrick because we have 3 hours.
Oh.
We'll be doing that throughout the holidays, guys, so stay tuned. But right after the show on Overpromised, episode 121, Jimmy Jam, the producer. He's also a big sports fan. Really cool stories. Join us. Rich got his picks for Thursday Night Football. But first, we be rocking out. Broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studios. Sesame Street helped raise all of us. Maybe Justin Herbert didn't watch Sesame Street.
Cookie. Maybe.
Now it's our turn. Donate this holiday season at sesame.org because the world needs Sesame, and Sesame needs you.
11, 12.
And every goal starts with an assist on and off the field.
Yeah, that's why Helion and U.S. Soccer are launching For the Assist, a celebration of everyday acts of support that help people achieve their goals with the iconic brands like Sensodyne, Tums, Voltaren, Advil, and Voltaren. Advil and Centrum. To learn more, go to HelionAssist.com.
So I'm Covino. That is Rich.
What's Voltaren?
Voltron was a robot, and we're like the Voltron of radio, Rich.
Voldemort? Voldemort. Yeah, they have Advil, Centrum, Sensodyne, and Voldemort.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
What is that actually?
Why are you asking me, bro? You think I take it? Think I know?
It's arthritis pain relief.
Yeah.
I don't know. You get old, Philip
Ask
Rivers.
LeBron, dude. What are you asking me for?
Ask LeBron.
So Danny G is here, super producing Iowa Sam Spot, Dan Byer, again, streaming live, Covino and Rich FSR. And every Thursday, we get interactive, we get you involved, we chop it up, we reminisce and throw it back. We do this on our Patreon, too. We just bring up random
old school stuff,
things. But Danny G found the meme. And it's things you should no longer be doing after 40. Because, look, there's a lot of old guy talk this week with Phil Rivers doing his thing. And
he's no longer Philip. Now he's Phil?
Yeah, he goes by Phil now.
Phil
like
now.
Uncle Phil. Yeah, he's like Uncle Phil. Uncle Old Man Rivers.
See, I said Voltaren on purpose wrong because it's old people stuff.
Yeah. So things you should no longer be doing after 40. And I already started off by saying going to the club. Chris Rock famously talked about it, and it's true because you feel so out of place. But I will say this, now more than ever, if you go out and about, you see more of a mixed crowd than ever before. Demographics are blending harder than ever
I think
before.
young like dance club, right? That's weird. Like, because if you go to Nashville and you're on 6th Street in Austin or you're in New York City, like I feel like, you're in South Beach, Miami, there's 30s, 40s, 50s. People are drinking and partying together these days more than ever. I think I'm talking like dance club DJ. If you're like 40, 50, that's what are we doing?
All right, I'll say this, okay?
I think strip club should be on the list
strip
in a way.
Club, okay.
Yeah, but then again, maybe for like a bachelor party, but who's getting married? If you're over 40, not many friends are still getting married. So
I don't think you could use teenage slang unless you're making fun of your kids or you're trying to you're trying to relate to a younger kid, but jokingly. I think you should be aware of the slang that they're using, but you should not be using it in your own vocabulary with your pals.
Like if you're like 40-something and you're saying like, and you in the last year, like in real conversation said like skibbity something, you should punch yourself in the face.
In the nards, right in the huevos. Like, yeah.
Yeah, if you're not being sarcastic, just using it once in a while.
Take your crock off and hit yourself in the face with it because it's ridiculous.
I got one that's going to insult you.
I know what you're going to say.
I think if you're over 40, what are you doing wearing earrings?
I knew it. You know what? I only wear them on Thursday. You know why? Throwing it back. I'm serious. Throwing it back.
You know,
you're right about that.
Yeah,
but man,
that's a hard one to like because you don't want to look like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was hard for me to let mine go, Covino, but I did. Like,
dude, I'm not Barry Bonds. I'm not Lawrence Taylor with the dangly one.
I know. Can I throw one
I'm not Rocky's son in Rocky 5.
Can I throw one of our...
I rock little, like, diamonds here and there, like, once or twice a week. You know what? I do it because... Like, almost as an FU, like, I'm going to do what I want.
I think you spitefully did it because your girlfriend said, why are you wearing earrings?
Yeah, kind of, but I've had them since 8th grade.
Can I throw
so
one
it's
of our,
like kind of, I don't want to say it's a part of me. It's not.
I'm throwing one of our friends under the bus. We were on our guys' weekend to, remember we went to Arizona to see the 49ers Cardinals?
Mm-hmm.
We were going out one night, and one of our buddies turns to me and he goes, oh, is Covino wearing earrings?
Oh!
And I was like, yeah, he rocks them once in a while. And he goes, for real? I was like, yeah.
Hey, dude, don't be, don't hate me because you ain't me, bro. You know, not everybody can pull it off.
Earrings? That's I just put it on my list.
I don't see you saying that to the brothers out there older than me rocking earrings. I don't see that. Why do I get the criticism?
I have one.
Some people can pull it off. Some people can't. Just because you look like old man Clemens doesn't mean I can't still wear earrings. You got to keep that in mind if we're going to have this conversation. Just because you can't doesn't mean that I can't.
That's fair.
You know?
How about holding on to dumb grudges?
Over 40?
Yeah. Like
I agree with that.
At that point.
Who has the energy?
Exactly.
I'm with you on that, Danny.
That's something we did as,
Let it go.
as kids. Yeah.
Bygones are bygones.
Danny,
like, life's too short. I'm with you on that.
On that note,
that's a good
Danny, that's a great one, Danny. By the way, on that note, and I thought about this more so when I saw the Kevin Hart comedy special on Netflix. Kevin Hart does this whole rant where he goes hard at Michael Jordan. And he's like, you know what? Kevin Hart's whole thing is he's 45 and he doesn't care what anyone thinks of him. And I'll be honest, I try to teach my kids this all the time. Like, yeah, don't worry about what other kids at school think of you. Like, you're a cool kid. When we read our feedback, I remember I used to get mad if someone disagrees with me on something. Now I'm like, what do I care what this person thinks?
Now I just block them. Blocked. I don't need you in my life
to me,
bothering
it's like, yeah, like caring what other people think.
Yeah, whoever said that about my earrings too, blocked out of my life.
Overly caring about what other people think, especially people you don't know. Like getting in social media fights is wildly funny if you're like an older person.
How about, I'm not even going to say you because you did it this week because I have no problem with it. But I know guys like Colin Cowherd and other people have a problem with it. Hat backwards, man. People got a real hang up about that sometimes. The hat backwards. I'm not one of those guys. If you could pull it off and you're comfortable with it, you don't want to look like Steve Buscemi dressing like the young kid.
Hey, young fellas.
Yeah, like I don't think you should ever dress like a young guy. Like there's no way that I should be dressing like, let's say, Shay, who's in his 20s that works here, right? There's no way. I think every guy in his 40s should still try to look their best, but age appropriate. That doesn't mean you need to dress like an old guy either. Buy a new pair of jeans because nothing dates you harder. I think you got to stay trendy and stay in style, but age appropriate.
We may be guilty of this once in a while, but can I throw another one out there?
Sure.
I feel like our video producer Spot is guilty of this, but then again,
oh boy.
But then again,
yeah,
there might be a reason, and I'll give you the I'll make an excuse for Spot. Two things. He's a foodie, and he did turn his life around and got in great shape. But I think if you're post-40, gym selfies and pictures of your food, like, what are you doing?
It's because I have something to be proud of.
Oh, he's got gains. He's got Chip and Joanna. You've got none.
I mean,
gains.
I mean, gym selfies.
I prefer Chip over Joanna.
You know what? Chip is the treasure.
He is the
I'm
catch. People think it's Joanna gains. Chip's the treasure.
They're both great, but he's the treasure.
Anything else come to mind, guys? Let's go to
Are
your
you
phone
kidding me?
calls.
There's so many things that come to mind. Like going to festivals. How about that? You're going to where? How about Coachella? Are you serious? You're going to like a hippie team? No, I'm serious.
What if it's like a Renaissance festival
That's
fair?
that's different.
Oh, you're talking about
a
Coachella.
concert. Yeah.
You're talking about Fire Fest. You're talking about
Honestly,
Phoenix Fest.
Sam, it's really funny because I feel like you live at a Renaissance fair.
I've never swear on the world. I've
I
never
could
been
see
to a
you holding
Renaissance
one of those
fair.
big turkey legs.
With like a fiddle or like playing a lute.
You're a
guitar.
LARPer. Are you a LARPer?
I picture
Nope,
when
never
Sam's
done that.
not here the other 20 hours of the
He's
day.
like, oh, God.
He lives in.
He plays a harp.
Sorcery.
He lives in the Shire with all the other hobbits.
That's your part-time gig. Stop lying. All right.
He
man.
works at Medieval Times down in Orange County.
He's the court justice.
Would you like a refill of your Pepsi?
Oh man.
so
Remember
funny.
Janine Garofalo and, and Cable Guy?
There's tons of stuff. I mean, video games, watching cartoons. I mean, there's so many things to debate here.
Living in your parents' basement.
Yeah.
You know,
Over 40?
first of all, living with your parents. That's one. But you know what? I would say some people use gaming the way you might golf or play softball, or where you may, play pickleball. Some people use gaming as a release after a long week of work. And they've got kids. I think there should be a limit though. If you game more than like an hour a day,
I got one for you.
No, maybe is there something like that? Like,
I
think
there should be there should be a limit.
There's got to be a limit.
Yeah. If you game more hours than you spend with the opposite sex, there's a problem.
Bro, there's a guy.
Over
There's
40 on Snapchat.
There's a guy that I'm not on Snapchat. I think
I'm
if
not on
you're
Snapchat.
No,
I mean I have it, but I'm not on.
No, I think there's a guy I play softball with. So think about this. This guy's got a lot of hobbies, keeping away. There's a guy that we know. Occasionally he'll miss a game, and people will be like, "Yeah, dude, he's like up till 4 a.m. gaming, and his girlfriend hates it." I'm like, he's a grown ass man. I'm talking about a guy that's like probably 45, and he's gaming till 4 a.m. every night with a headset on. I'm like, and he has a girlfriend. That's shocking.
Things
What
you
else?
shouldn't be doing over the age of 40.
Painting your face or chest at a ball game.
Fair enough. And by the way, if you disagree, by all means, 877-99 on Fox, and feel free to chime in and add 877-99 on Fox. We all want to be better and age appropriate. We don't want people talking behind our backs, like my quote unquote friends who called me out on my earrings.
Oh, if you want to know which trend it was all of them.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
They all wish they were cool enough.
After 40, you can't wear a jersey of a player who's younger than you.
Yeah, see, that's a tough one.
I agree.
Go with the class. Got to have the Bo Jackson
feels
jersey.
Weird. You got to
not
go
the
classic.
Genty jersey.
You got the Aaron Judge jersey is for like a younger kid, or it's not for me. It's I have to go Mattingly.
That's a tough one. I'm torn on that.
I have to go Jeter.
So if I'm going to I got to rock a Lindor jersey. I can't, right? He's younger than me, so I have to go old school Gary Carter or Dwight Gooden or something.
Like, dude,
Tom
you're,
Seaver.
You're a few years away from #1 grandpa jersey. Like you shouldn't be rocking a child's jersey, a kid's jersey. 'Cause that's really what they are. They're young men at that point. You support them, you root them on, no doubt. But I do feel awkward about that sometimes.
What can
how about this? Over 40, can you really be cutting kids in line for an autograph?
Oh, how about this? Getting an autograph.
Yeah, getting an autograph. It's like, well, getting an autograph, I get it, but you should never,
no. I got it.
ever get in front of a kid for an autograph.
Fair. I got it. This is and you could hate me for saying this. If you get an autograph at a show where Steiner Sports is there to authenticate it and you put it in your man cave or office, that's fair. But if you're at a ball game and you're pushing a kid out of the way to get Kyle Schwarber to write on your program,
Kyle,
you're a loser.
Or stealing a foul ball from a kid,
Can I tell you
too.
something? Yeah. Oh, forget about it, Sam. No doubt. You know, Rich and I pass on like red carpet sort of stuff because as adults who've been working professionally for a long time now, we feel so lame. Like calling for a younger person's attention to get their interview.
Like, give me a movie that came out recently that was successful. Like
a movie?
Other than Wicked. Other than Zootopia.
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
You loved it.
If we're on a red carpet and they're like, Covino and Rich, you guys want to cover the Top Gun premiere? Not really. You know why? Because guess what I'm not going to do as a grown man? Hold up a microphone and be like, Tom Cruise, come through. Dude,
Miles Teller!
Miles
Teller!
Miles, can I get a second?
Miles! You know how lame that feels?
Embarrassing.
Get out of here.
That's a 20-year-old.
Honestly.
That's a 20-year-old reporter's game.
And you could say, don't let your ego get the best of you. That's kind of lame feeling after a while. I got one that I don't agree with, but I know that you bring up and other people bring up. This one's a little divisive. It's letting your parents pay for you if you're like on a family dinner or something like that. Like, should you be I got it now, Dad. It's time to pay you back. My mindset is, if my dad's alive and kicking, he still wants to like treat his kids, let him.
What if my dad didn't pay his child support, though?
You know what? Then he pays.
He owes me.
He owes you. That's a good one, Danny.
He owes you dessert.
I think it's let a dad pay. I think that's
I'm
fair.
ordering appetizers, too.
Yeah,
you know
man,
what?
you better cash in on her. You should order some takeout, too.
But you know what you need to do? You can't be on your parents' cell phone plan.
Oh, no
Because,
way.
Listen, and I say this because, not to date ourselves, if you're in your 40s, you got your phone on your own anyway. But think of kids now that have always been on their – say, because kids get a phone when they're a teenager. I guarantee there's probably a big trend where a lot of these kids are permanently on their parents' cell phone plan. So don't be doing that. If anything, you should have your parents on your cell phone plan and hook them up.
How about this one, Rich? This is tough, too, but I think there's a clear line. Over the age of 40, you can't really rock a young guy's haircut. And I really do think that applies for everybody. You can't show up looking like a broccoli head if you're a 40-something-year-old guy.
I'll be honest.
You can't do it. And I'm not saying keep the old guy haircut going. Like, it's cool to switch it up.
Yeah.
But you have to switch it up within reason.
I get it. I mean, how old is Patrick Mahomes? He just turned 30, right?
Let me check my Google here. How old am I?
Didn't he turn 30 this year, Mahomes? Yeah. Last year, I'm not calling you out because you look younger, and I'll compliment.
I'm 30 years old.
I'll compliment you because you look younger and you're a handsome guy.
If you're going to talk about a burst fade,
you came
I've been
back,
rocking fades my whole life.
Yeah, no, a fade is different than the burst fade, which is where it's slightly mullety in the back. That's a young man's haircut. It's not a 45-year-old guy's haircut. It's a young man's haircut.
Fair enough.
I got a quick one for you guys. The last time Brenda and I went to Disneyland with Koa, so we had a reason to go, there was a couple, and they cut kids in line to get pictures with a character.
You could do it ironically if there's no line.
They didn't have any kids with them, and they took turns getting solo shots with Donald Duck. What are you 45-year-olds going to do with a picture with Donald Duck?
What about Mrs. Incredible? She has a fat ass.
That's different.
Yeah. I agree with you, Danny G. You're taking pictures with
Covino took
Disney characters.
Covino took Mrs. Incredible to a bar in downtown Disney.
No, seriously.
What you doing later?
No, Danny G, I think you're dead on because there's so many Disney adults. Like, you're taking picture with Captain Hook, you loser.
If you're a Disney adult, just enjoy the attractions and go about your way.
I couldn't agree with you more. Get out of line because you're deterring the kids from like getting in line. What are you doing?
Yeah, you
want to see Winnie the Pooh?
Those characters are there for the kids, not for you.
I'll tell you what. My son wanted to take a picture with Captain America at California Adventure.
Yeah.
And I remember the long line. You know why the line was so long? Because half the line was like grown men. They're like, Captain America.
That's if you see Captain America and you like take a quick selfie because you just
walking
happen to
through the yeah.
That's fine. I get it. Like, oh, that's your guy and it's a good picture. But you're in the line in front of a kid. You should be embarrassed. And you're taking up space. I agree with all of this. Your thoughts, your phone calls.
Danny, let's
based on
go.
a meme and based on Phillip Rivers playing QB. Things you shouldn't be doing over the age of 40.
Let's. The phones are all hot, and we don't have the call screen up here. So, Danny, if you could go through the phones, if that's cool.
You got it. Let's start with Jeff in Detroit.
Yo, what up, Jeff?
What up, Jeff?
Hey, guys. How you doing? I love this throwback stuff. I'm the same age as you guys. Like, I called in about those 100 grand bars on Halloween. It was great.
You mean my favorite candy bar of all time?
Yeah. I mean, my dad heard it. It was funny. But the thing that I was thinking about was, after 40, I don't think you should, like, wear a baseball hat backwards. Like, when Dan Quinn does it, it doesn't look right.
You know, I did it the other day, and I feel like a little childish doing it. However, a female coworker of ours was like, you look hot when you do that. I'm like, really?
It doesn't look right. You look better, Rich, with your hat on forward.
See, everyone else said the opposite. People say I look funny with a forwards hat. I had two different women say, you look sort of like cute with a backwards hat.
Ooh.
My wife even said it too. She wasn't one of those two women, so three.
Wear it backwards in a bedroom. A lot of people
just not at
have a problem with
just
that.
not at a press
You can leave your hat on.
Just not.
And by the way,
at a
just
press
your
conference.
hat. Just your hat on backwards.
All right, who else we got?
Let's go to Idaho. Rafi.
Hey, Rafi.
What's up, fellas? Okay, so I have a rule about going out with your parents and them paying. But my dad back in the day, man, as an adult, if I would even reach for my pocket, he would bite his bottom lip like he was going to slap me across the head.
Because
That
he's
wasn't
still your
allowed.
dad, and you respect that, right?
makes
Like,
sense.
I'm not going to try to outbid my dad if he's willing to pay. He's my dad. I'm with you. on
Let's
that.
say hi to Gerard in Texas. Hey, Gerard.
And I'm cheap as hell, so it works out for everybody.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, what's
Hey,
up, man?
buddy.
What should you not do after 40?
So I'm 42, and I have an 11-year-old daughter, and I still try and ice skate with her, jump on the trampoline. Those are probably things you should not do after the age of 40. You feel it the next day.
Yo, dude, I'm so glad you said that, Gerard. What's the place? It's not a bouncy house. What's the place out here? It's like a cool spot you can bring your kids. There's a bunch of...
Wasn't it called the Jumpaline before your mom got on?
Good one, bro. Trampoline, get it? What's the place? Is it Sky Zone, right?
Yeah, Sky Zone.
I went to Sky Zone, and I did like one jump and a flip into like a ball pit of like foam. and then after that, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm done. Like, I just feel like anyone 40 or older is waiting for their knee to just go out. Like, if you're at Sky Zone with your kids for like a birthday party, chill out. Do not do it.
Actually, I have exclusive audio of Rich after he went to, what is it called?
Sky Zone. Yeah.
Yeah, let's listen to this exclusive audio of Rich after he was jumping around.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, man. That's rough.
Thank you, Sammy. Mike in Orlando. What's up, Mikey?
Backwards thing, I think there's a time and a place for it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're talking to your boss, that's not the time for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Talking about the backwards hat.
Backwards hat, yeah.
How about I just call them Mikey? Do you change your name at some point? I'll give you an example. My brother.
I don't think you say mommy. Mommy.
Huh.
Did you see? I think
Mama.
Mimi and Poo Poo. If you're a grown, you can't. Do you say like mommy?
I call my
Mommy?
wife mommy in front of our kids all
I know
the
it
time.
sounds very Sebastian Manis. You're a grown man saying mommy?
He's the daddy.
But if I'm around my kids, I'll be like, go ask
Why
mom. Yeah,
aren't
hey,
you
mommy. You know.
Yeah, but you can't refer to your parents.
Oh, my
as
parents.
mommy.
You do.
No, I do
To
not.
your siblings, you'd be like, mommy.
Mom and dad, I would say.
I've
I don't
heard-
say
Mommy, where's my
mommy.
bottle?
I don't say mommy.
I've heard
I
you
want
say-
my
I've heard
pootie,
you
mommy.
I've heard you say on Covino chat, like, hey, guys, have you asked mommy about this?
No. When I refer to my parents, I'll say, have you talked to mom or dad? I'll never say mama. Papa. No. Because you're a grown up. What you can't do over the age of 40. And of course, I'm sure we break a lot of these rules, but, we're trying to set a standard
hey, listen,
here on
man,
the show.
In honor of Phillip Rivers, who is, defying all odds. In fact, I thought it was cool, speaking of Colin, who hates the backwards hat.
Hey, over the age of 40, can you get your first tattoo? Because none of us have tattoos.
No, that's a good one.
Can you get your first, or is it never too late?
I got one. Not. I'm going to say for you guys, but speaking of Phillip Rivers over 40, Tom Brady was hanging with Colin. And Tom Brady was saying that so much of, we all knew this, but so much of playing quarterback in the NFL is shoulders up. Like, it's such a head game that he asked Tom Brady, Colin, and you can see this on the Fox Sports Radio and Colin's Instagram page. Tom, if you got a call tomorrow, ring from a team, if you needed to, could you play this Sunday and run an offense? And Tom, with confidence, like, yeah, of course. Of course I can. So
Cam Newton thinks he can too.
So-
He was mad about Phillip Rivers.
I am so intrigued. I don't know if you're so intrigued. Danny, I know Dan Byer wants Phillip Rivers to get crushed because they're playing his Seahawks. But if you're not a Seahawks fan, isn't there such an intrigue to watch this game?
And seeing Phillip Rivers in practice, it looks like one hard shot and he's going back to retirement.
He's got a little bit more cushion. He even admitted yesterday than he did previously.
He said, I'm not the weight I was when I walked off the last game in Buffalo, but he said, I thought you expected me to be running? He's going to be slinging it.
He also said, how much do I weigh? Right? You mean right now? He's like, I honestly don't know. That's my honest answer. He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that there's a circus sort of atmosphere to it, where it's a meaningful game, a really meaningful game for the Colts in the grand scape of the playoffs, and the same thing for the Seahawks. But that is definitely grabbing the attention. And again, we talked about it. There's good games matched up against that one as well.
No doubt. So we got a lot to get to. We'll take the rest of your phone calls. Things a la Phillip Rivers you can't do over 40, and a gesture from Daniel Jones I want to talk about, and an NBA hypothetical Covino wanted to bring to the table. Let's try to fit it all in. More Covino and Rich next right here on FSR.
Quick timeout.
Yep.
Timeout. Holiday upgrade check. Are you still watching the games on an old, small TV? If you are, you're only seeing about half the game.
Don't be weak. Your TV shouldn't tap out in the red zone. TCL's QM 8K QD Mini LED is a real MVP. Ultimate brightness, ultimate black levels for the ultimate experience. Picture so clear you can almost taste the turf.
And it's not just foosball, not just football. Movies look cinematic, games feel smoother, and all your friends, all your neighbors, everybody notices.
Here's the play. Holiday savings off select TCLs. Go premium with the QM 8K. That's got brilliant picture, huge sound, the ultimate choice. Or grab the versatile QM 6K for an elevated game day experience.
Don't overthink it. Lock in the ultimate experiences with epic savings and undeniable bragging rights all season long. Get it while supplies last.
TCL, the official TV partner of the NFL. Find TCL at all major retailers. TCL, bigger, brighter, better holidays, select models, limited time. See all major retailers for details. I'll tell you this, what we love and look forward to every year, NFL is king. We love the report cards. When the players get together and they judge the teams based on facilities, how they treat their families, the workout room, travel. It's their way of being like, yo, I'm going to blind survey the place I work at, and you can't stop me. And did you see the latest? The NFL owners want to put a stop to this.
Yeah, they said enough of the report cards. In fact, owners like Woody Johnson, they're trying to diminish the credibility of it. They're saying it's bogus, actually. That's the quote, right? It's all bogus.
Yeah, the Jets owner is leading the way. And
well, you know who wants to stop
it? He
it?
was graded with an F.
The weak-ass owners want to stop it. Like, if Danny, if there was a list and you were ranked high on it, you'd love the list. If there was a list and you were ranked low on it, you'd be like, bunk list. So I get it.
That is true. Every time they come out with like talk radio lists, we're usually on them, but never like where we want to be. So we're like, they stink. But if we were number one, we're like, hell yeah.
You just made the list.
Yeah, baby, we're on the list number one.
If there was like some weak-ass made-up list of like top Latino broadcasters, and it was like number 4, Steve Covino, he'd be like, this is a great list.
Not bad. Yeah, I should be top 3, but yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. So your thoughts
you on the list?
Your thoughts on the list. Are you on the list? I think this is really cool. I love the player surveys. Now, you could say it's petty and BS because a lot of times it's spiteful. But remember the players survey and Caitlin Clark ranked low, and it's like, oh, what a bunch of jealous biatches.
Well, there's a lot involved. The facility, like you said, how they treat their kids.
But I'm saying not
how
just
they
in,
welcome their families.
Not
all
just
these
in
things.
The NFL. I'm saying all these player surveys in all sports. I'd be like, who do you find the most overrated in the NBA? And it's like, whoa, that's the sentiment among your peers. I feel like peer surveys do hold a little clout to me. You might think, wow, is there much thought put into it? I like these surveys because, for instance, even though the Chiefs are a dynasty that have dominated, remember they had some Fs?
Yeah, I remember.
For like
and you know what?
Player medical care.
Yeah, like so
for us, it's great fodder, great things to talk about, and it's fun to speculate. So of course we're gonna love it. I could see how it rubs the NFL and the owners the wrong way. Think about it. You're spending so much money on these dudes, and then they come back. This is how you thank me with an F on the report card? It's got to sting a little bit from their perspective.
I'll give you an example.
But I do believe there's a nugget of truth to it.
If we gave Fox Sports Radio rankings based on places we've worked, I know where I would grade it high and where I'd grade it low. Maybe
we used
it
we used to get free snacks at other jobs.
I was gonna say
Number 5.
I remember there were jobs. There were jobs. I'll give you where we worked. SNY in New York, which was the Mets and
the
Jets
snack wall.
There was a free snack
We
wall.
had a snack wall, man.
And I remember thinking,
we all got fat too from that.
Yeah,
snack
I was going
wall.
to say, Rich, it's good that we don't have that at
we
Fox
were,
Sports
we
Radio.
were like taking Sun Chips home with us, man. In a way, all right, I'm just playing devil's advocate, and I'll be Keanu Reeves. When you think about it, it's a bit hypocritical. If they were to ask you, what would you do? What would you do? Because it is anonymous, crappy feedback. It's like if you're on social media, don't you look down on the jabroni who chimes in anonymously with some heavy criticism? It's like if you're going to say something rude and critical, you should own up to it. Like, it's very cowardly to do it anonymously like that.
Well, I think in this case they have to, but the NFLPA, they stick up for themselves, and they've even recently, the survey process has been enhanced. They are including third-party perspectives, they say, to ensure a comprehensive evaluation of each team's workplace standards.
I get it, and I do think it's interesting, and I do believe there's truth to it. But like Rich said before, there are disgruntled people for whatever reason. There are people who are just jerks. And as a radio show, Rich, do you give more credibility to the person who owns up to who he is? There's pictures of him and his family on social media, and he's like, Rich Davis sucks. That hurts and means a lot more than someone anonymous with no picture profile whatsoever, and he's like, Rich sucks. It just does. You know what I mean? So I
can't
think
disagree.
anonymous criticism is far more cowardly. And if you want to look at it that way, it's easy to say some negative stuff when you don't have to own up to it. Covino and Rich, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers. 40 years, Rich. Can Tire Rack still go to the club or no?
Doop.
They've been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. So we wrap up our conversation, old school and 50 hits, of things you should no longer do after the age of 40. And it's a popular meme, but it's also quite topical because of the Phillip Rivers story. He's 44 years old. He's a grandpa, and he's playing for the Colts. So we'll wrap it up with your phone calls, and we'll actually talk Phillip Rivers next. Covino and Rich, 877-99 on Fox. Dan Byers here, Danny G, Sam, Spotty. Covino and Rich FSR to watch. Who do we got, Danny?
That's let's go to Brandon in Seattle.
Yeah. Brandon, what's up?
C-Town.
Oh, hey, what's happening, guys?
What's up?
Not much. Just weighing in on the over 40 thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I think, it's kind of a catch-22 because I think part of the way that you stay kind of useful and everything is by ignoring all those things and just doing the same stuff that you've always done.
Agreed. I don't want to sound like hypocrites because we feel like we're man boys and we're in our 40s. But
absolutely.
But there are some things that you might want to cut back on. So what do you got?
Well, the other thing was like Elvira. Elvira, how does she stay so young for so long?
Well, she's a mistress of the dark.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. I got one. Speaking of,
Do you know that's Elvira in Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
I don't know, yeah.
When she says, why don't you let me have him first? In the biker bar? Ooh, Elvira.
How about making a big deal about your birthday?
That's a good one because I get criticized for that.
Yeah, because you've used the phrase like, it's my birthday week. And I'm like, did he just say that?
Well, I say that to bother you, but the fact that I can't celebrate is odd to me. Like, why can't I celebrate my birthday? I'm born to be alive, man. I'm happy about it.
I know, but I'm saying like, I don't know.
For you to tell me I can't be happy about my another year around the sun.
How about being over 40 and taking the day off from work?
Oh, that's corny. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I think anyone doing that.
Covino's 65th is coming up, so like he's fully allowed to do whatever he wants.
No, but I think Danny G, I'll agree with that for sure. I'll compromise and say the dudes that take off because it's their birthday, like, you get out of my face
You're a
with
grown
that.
man. Stop it. Gene in Yakima.
Yes. I never heard. I never heard the thought that you shouldn't wear a jersey younger than your age. I guess I kind of subscribe to that because I'm a Seahawks fan, and we're going to the Rams game next Thursday. Normally, I rock the Kenny Easley jersey, but you see a lot of Seahawks 3 jerseys everywhere. So I bought the Nick Emmanwori because from the front it looks like an old Wilson jersey, but on the back it's got Emmanwori.
I'll tell you what, and I'm not backtracking here. I personally don't like it, but I'm not mad at anybody that really does.
I mean, if you're like, you know, think of a team who.
Yeah, I don't think you're lame if you did it or
you're,
anything.
If you're a Packers fan, right?
And
Aaron Rodgers is still playing, so you're not going to wear that jersey.
Right. If you have a Jordan Love jersey.
Brett Favre's a piece of trash. You're not going to wear that jersey.
I have a Favre jersey in storage.
Yeah, I was going to say.
In storage.
Yeah, so you're not going to wear the jersey of a loser. You're not going to wear a jersey of a guy who's on another team. So you tell me a middle-aged guy can't wear a Jordan Love jersey?
No, I'm not saying. I choose not to, though.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I'm going to go with the legend before the young kid.
What's up, DB?
Mary Mack, technical producer here. She rocks a Chris Jackie Packers jersey every now and then. Former kicker.
Yeah, that's a fun one. I like that. All right, want to go to Ben in Baltimore?
Hey, Ben.
How you doing?
What's up, buddy?
Well, I'm 69 years old, and I wear my hat backwards. I've been an athlete all my life. All my friends are athletes. I'm in the over 60 league. We rock it. We rock the back.
Do it. You tell him, Ben.
You tell him, Ben.
Some people can and some people can't. You know, it just depends how you lean, and it's hard to explain who can get away with these things. I got another one too, Rich. You can't eat the way you used to.
Oh, that's
obviously party, but eat. And I see like people I know closely still trying to eat and party the way they used to. It's like, dude, you can't. You just can't do it, and that's why
arteries start clogging up.
Yeah, you can't do it, man.
You can't skip sleep either.
Sleep, diet, and alcohol affects you much more once you're past the age of 35.
You know what's embarrassing post 40? I'm not saying don't drink and don't do whatever.
I know. I'm bragging about your escapades.
No, that's a good one. But I'm saying recreationally doing whatever you want. You know, smoking weed, drinking. I got no problems with that. People that get drunk or way too high where their friends have to like carry them around. Like that's like a 20-year-old guy's game. Like if you're out with your buddies and like you're passing around a joint or taking,
sounds like you got a problem.
Yeah, like you're taking an edible or having some old fashions. That's totally normal. But if you're out with a bunch of buddies that think, yeah, John's 42, but we have to carry him back. Like, dude, handle yourself.
I agree. And look, everyone has a moment, but I agree with that. All right, 2 more phone calls. Things you shouldn't be doing over the age of 40.
Todd in Orange County. What's up, Todd?
Hey, guys. Well, you know, I'm 49 years old, and the other day I tried jogging with my shirt off, and way too many sarcastic catcalling went down, so I don't recommend it.
Yeah, you got to wear a sports bra, man.
PA Fish, wrap it up, man.
Yeah, guys, love the show.
Thanks, man.
Dan Quinn, definitely no. Maybe Matt Patricia.
Yeah.
But the dumbest thing for an older guy, I don't understand, it looks silly, is a full baseball uniform as a coach.
It looks so silly, but it's
such
like
a weird thing.
Yeah, I think
we're used to it. It's normal to us.
Yeah,
now.
but I feel like if you're a baseball manager in the big leagues now, I feel like you got to go with that windbreaker baseball pant combo. You got to disguise it somehow because the
big
full
belly hanging
the
out.
full uni looks weird. It really does.
And then it's a question of, do I wear it? I call it Dumpty style, meaning the pants over the belly or like under the belly.
Yeah, and how should the manager wear his socks?
Like Chris Christie.
Yeah, remember Chris Christie went full Dumpty?
He was full Humpty Dumpty.
Like on the belly. He had the belt on his belly.
Or Farley, because Farley always kept it underneath.
His belly. You got to go Farley.
You go Farley or Dumpty.
It's Farley or Christie, really, right?
Yeah, I know. That's really how we do it. So it's time for Dan Byer, and then we're going to talk Phillip Rivers, so stick around.
And you're so right about the full uniform. I had to wear a full uniform coaching my kid in an all-star tournament, and I'm like, really? Like, as a grown man, I have to wear baseball pants and stirrups? Yeah, you have to.
Did you go were the stirrups, were they required to be shown, or could you do the pants all the way down to the
I was
ankle,
debating,
or?
do I wear the high baseball sock or the pant down?
Yeah.
I went pant down.
Good job. Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
That's called Griffey Jr. style.
The Washtenaw County Prosecutor's Office said today that fired Michigan head football coach Sharon Moore remains in police custody as an investigation continues into his actions following his detainment on Wednesday. NBC Sports reports that Michigan Athletic Director Ward Manuel fired Moore yesterday by himself without any HR or legal representation attending the meeting. LA Times reports that USC may have to play their 2028 home football games at SoFi Stadium. This because the LA Coliseum is going to be used for the Summer Olympics and the Paralympics in 2028 and may not be ready for Trojan football at that time. Steelers edge rusher TJ Watt spent the night in the Pittsburgh hospital because of an issue with his lung. He didn't practice today. His status for Monday's game against the Dolphins hasn't been determined. No practice for Packers running back Josh Jacobs. Christian McCaffrey of the Niners limited today because of an illness, while Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb was a full participant trying to return from a concussion. Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins limited in practice. Jets quarterbacks Terod Taylor and Justin Fields missing practice as Brady Cook may be the team starter this Sunday in Jacksonville. Every Olympic dream starts with a first glide. Through Learn to Skate USA, kids build confidence, strength, and joy on the ice. Learn to Skate USA offers programs for skaters of all ages and abilities. Find a program near you at learntosskateusa.com. Braves made a couple of signings today, inking former Padres closer Robert Suarez to a 3-year deal and former Royals outfielder Mike Yastrzemski to a 2-year contract. Grizzlies center Zach Edey could miss 4 weeks because of a stress reaction in his ankle. And Steph Curry expected back tomorrow for the Warriors against the Timberwolves. NASCAR settled their antitrust lawsuit brought against them by 2 race teams, including Michael Jordan's team. Guys, back to you.
Yo, DB,
Thanks, Dan.
you're the man. Have a great night, buddy.
You too, guys.
Dan
Joe,
Byer.
you think Baker keep pace with the Panthers tonight?
I may see something controversial. This is the first Thursday night game that I don't care about. Like, I'm like, all the other ones, you could tell me Dolphins, Ravens, whatever.
And you're in
like,
it no matter what, because Dan Bio loves football so
yes,
much. But
yes,
you're
and I'm just kind of like,
apathetic to the highest degree.
I don't know, for whatever reason I am. Maybe because of next week's big game.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, your Seahawks-Rams, that's...
Yeah, it should be a good
You
one.
could argue that that's a battle for the 1 seed.
Yes.
Big game. All right, thank you, Dan Byer. We
Thanks,
got
Dan.
more CNR. And, yo, Cov, you brought up... there's so many things to get to. This Phillip Rivers... Daniel Jones jersey thing I think is intriguing that I think it's worth touching on before we get out of here. Here's the thought. Some people have a problem with Phillip Rivers getting number 17, which is worn currently by Daniel Jones, and I'm not quite sure why.
Well, there's more to the story. You'll hear from Phillip Rivers, and we'll dissect it next. How about that?
All right, more CNR on FSR. Hang tight.
Covino Rich.
a lot of controversy about Christy Martin and Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney getting a lot of backlash about her portrayal of Christy Martin, and she's the reason why it flopped. The movie's flopping, is terrible in the box office.
Let's flop it more.
Oh, geez, here it comes.
No, I won't even go there. I'm too classy for that. But you know what? I got to say this.
All right, Freddie
You know
Blassie.
what the problem is?
All right, James Lennon Jr.
You know what the problem is? It's you. It's me. It's you. It's everyone. Everyone has whack-ass expectations. What did you think? Did you think this was going to make hundreds of millions of dollars in the box office? No one gives a shit because it's in the theater. But it did get us thinking about biopics we've watched over the years where some people really immerse themselves in the character and others miss the mark.
Okay, so we got 3 good ones, 3 bad ones. Of course, you could add to our list at Covino and Rich.
You decide.
At Fox Sports Radio, hashtag overpromised. You make the call. 3 good ones that we agree on.
By the way, the proof is you're not going to see it, but I guarantee the minute it's on HBO, Prime, Netflix, you're going to be the first one to watch it. You just don't want to get off your ass.
There's a lot of sour grapes, a lot of jealousy, a lot of people just hating on Sydney Sweeney. That's why Christy Martin herself came out today saying, hey, everybody back off. I fight for women. I'm going to stand up for her. She did a great job.
You talking about weenies that were mad at her jeans ad?
There's a lot of people who are just jealous of who she is, have a problem with that ad. You had Ruby Rose, other actors saying that, she was a cretin and she ruined the movie. There's a lot of people just hating on her because she's hot.
To quote James Franco, don't be so peanut butter and jelly.
All right,
Come on.
Some of the good ones, Rami Malek, Bohemian Rhapsody, undeniably great.
I think you and I came up with a top 3 that is undeniable. He was Freddie Mercury. I think he was Freddie Mercury. This is a great one to put on the top 3. Can I give you another one?
Yeah.
A guy that I think he, by the end of the movie, thought he was Abe Lincoln. Daniel Day-Lewis as Abraham Lincoln. Unbelievable. Not the Vampire Hunter one. Like, this is like the actual biopic.
I was going to say, I'm a huge fan of the Vampire Slayer, but you're right. This one was good, too.
Wait, he didn't hunt vampires?
No, he did not slay them, hunt them, or anything. But when he was Abe Lincoln, I was like, yo, this is so convincing. I feel like I'm in 1865.
Margot Robbie as Tanya Harding, I thought was a great movie. I wasn't expecting that. Good movie, really good.
I thought she was fantastic. And
you know who else was in that before they were super famous? Paul Walter Hauser. He was one of the goons.
Oh, Stingray?
Yes, Stingray. He was
from
Cobra
Kai?
Wasn't he Galooly?
He was one of those dudes in the movie, yeah, but we didn't really know him that well back then. But really good movie. Good movie.
And you know what? Margot Robbie played down the looks just enough because I was like, you don't want to watch this movie thinking like, man, I want to get with Tanya Harding. She played it perfectly, gave that little redneck vibe. I really think Margot Robbie, not only beautiful, but fantastic. I thought Tanya definitely got my attention.
I gotta say, we're not forgetting the Doors movie. We're not forgetting some of the other greats, right? So you could add to the list.
We're allowed to have our favorites. Those are our favorites.
Those are the ones we agreed on.
Want to go over the shit list?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yo, I'm such a hypocrite here because how could you say you hate something if you've never seen it? I couldn't be convinced by the trailer. I never saw Ali because I'm like, Will Smith, I'm not convinced. I couldn't even.
My man.
Bro, I couldn't even put myself in the mindset.
And when Rich and I agree, it's fact. I'm not a big Will Smith fan anyway, but I am a big Ali fan, and I could never accept him as Muhammad Ali. So it may be the greatest movie ever, but I'm like, I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I'm like, I am not supporting this.
I do like Will. I know you don't. I like Will, but when he's Ali, all I see is Will Smith trying to be Ali.
Plus, I don't. Can anyone really? Speaking of Christmas parties, on Overpromise last week, we went over all the holiday party do's and don'ts, the rules of the holiday party. That's on our YouTube page, Covino and Rich FSR. And a new episode drops today, and we welcome Jimmy Jam, the legendary music producer, who's a big Minnesota sports fan, but he has some really, really cool stories to share, and I wouldn't sleep on it because he's a really great guest. He's a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. That's Overpromised. We do it in 11 minutes. Covino and Rich FSR.
A lot of fun. You just played Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. I know you know, Sam, because you played it, but does anyone else know who sings that song?
You in the shower. It's about as hard as you rock.
Yeah, isn't it Brenda Lee?
Yes.
Brenda Lee. There you go. And she turns 81 today.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Congrats.
look at that.
All right, let's give her a round of applause.
Congratulations.
Woo,
You made it to 81.
That's a
Brenda
classic.
Lee, rocking around the Christmas tree, 81 years old.
We're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio, and every goal starts with an assist on and off the field. That's why Haleon and U.S. Soccer are launching For the Assist, a celebration of everyday acts of support that help achieve their goals with iconic brands like Sensodyne, Tums, Voltaren, Advil, and Centrum. To learn more, go to HaleonAssist.com.
Voltron, you say? All right. There's a number 17.
There is.
That's
And
up
you know
for
what?
debate.
Here's the backstory, too. Phillip Rivers is wearing number 17 right now.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people angry about it.
But who's angry? That's
Even
my question.
like Jeff Pearlman, a guy I respect, a former Sports Illustrated writer.
He's a great writer.
Great storyteller on social media. He was even saying, like, yeah, man, come on. Why would Daniel Jones give it up? Why would Phillip Rivers even ask? You know, and a lot of people on social media got the whole story sort of twisted. And I think Phillip Rivers clears it up at the press conference.
You know what? I was going to say, let me try to. Can I guess first?
Sure.
My guess is simply that Phillip Rivers has worn 17 since high school. Daniel Jones is not currently on the active roster because he's on the IR, which knows he's not active. And Phillip Rivers is not coming back next year. So in this short little stint, you could legally get that number. I hope I didn't take the exact words out of his mouth, but listen.
I talked to or texted with Daniel about him being so gracious about 17. You know, that was certainly meaningful to me. You know, and obviously didn't want it to be like this. Didn't ever think of anything like all this. All this happened so fast, but him being gracious and saying, "Shoot, heck yeah."
He basically said, heck yeah, man, go for it. So
Shoot,
Daniel
heck yeah.
Jones had no problem whatsoever giving up his number temporarily for a legend, a future Hall of Famer, for Phillip Rivers to wear in his short stint as a Colt. So if he didn't have a problem, this is how I chalk it up, though. If Daniel Jones didn't have a problem with it, why the hell does anyone have a problem?
But I'm saying you're right. Even if Daniel
Right?
Jones did, my question, and this applies to so many things in politics, sports, life. I always wonder, like, who's got a problem with it? Phillip Rivers, future Hall of Famer, likely, right?
Oh, by the way, I called out Jeff Pearlman, and I say that respectfully. He then deleted his take on it. Like, this whole thing is messed up and weak because he apologized. Like, he didn't know the backstory. So that's why I play it for everybody else, too, because there's other people that are so upset that he's wearing 17. It's Daniel Jones's number, but Daniel Jones gave it to him.
I mean, listen, it's not like you go to a legendary team, and it's not like A-Rod, who was like, well, I wear 3, but Babe Ruth, he became 13. Joe Montana went to the Chiefs, and it's like, well, Len Dawson was 16. I'm not going to do that. Remember the kid this year on the Giants wanted to be number 56, and LT's like, yo, beat it. Who was that? First round, I'm drawing a blank. Someone wanted to be number 56. Anyway,
Abdul Carter,
superstar Abdul Carter.
I'd say it's a bit different.
It's so different because Phillip Rivers, we could all guarantee without a 99.9% chance Phillip Rivers will not play beyond this season. This is a fun, fill-in, cool moment for Phillip Rivers, right? Pun intended.
It's a fill-in.
In Rivers.
Fill-in Rivers.
So if Daniel Jones comes back, Rivers won't be there. Get number 17 back. Kids have the number 17 Phillip Rivers jersey. He's always been number 17. I think it's a kind gesture, and I don't think there's a negative way to look at it.
That's all it is, and that's why Jeff Pearlman deleted and apologized. But there's still a lot
No
of
apology
boneheads.
needed, but yeah.
But there's still a lot of boneheads that are mad about it. It's like, did you miss what he said about it? He asked him personally, and Daniel Jones said, heck yeah, man, no problem. Like, what's Daniel Jones going to do with it? He's not playing. The whole situation is unfortunate for him, and it's kind of cool for Phillip Rivers. So, and by the way, not everyone's pumped about the Phillip Rivers thing. Have you seen the Cam Newton clip? He's pretty mad about it. He's like, no one asked him. He said he would have did it.
But isn't Cam Newton
he
sort of a pain in the ass?
Yeah, he said there's a reason he hasn't and will not retire at 36 yet.
For reasons like this.
Yeah, because he still wants a shot with a team that needs a QB.
But with all due respect, Cam Newton is a hell of a broadcaster, controversial, hell of an athlete.
No,
but sort of a guy that, sort of a pain in the ass, though, too.
Yeah,
no?
but the guy he was talking to goes, but in all due respect, are you putting it out there that you're available? He goes, was Phillip Rivers?
Yes, because he was talking to Shane Steichen on the weekly basis, and they're friends, and he knows the system. I just don't think Cam Newton knows the system. I don't think Cam Newton is familiar with it. Philip Rivers doesn't have to learn anything.
It's a familiarity
That's a big part
thing.
of it.
Yeah, that is a big part. I agree. I'm just telling you the story. So your thoughts on the number exchange? I think we made it clear with the soundbite from Philip Rivers.
And as far as we got overpromised next, but tonight, Thursday Night Football, Bucs are favored by 5.5. If they don't win by a touchdown at home against Atlanta, they're in big-time trouble. So they're in a skid, but I think they cover tonight. We'll see you guys mañana. Until then, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the overpromised land. Let's
Goodbye.
go.